Kicking off this thrifting video with a bit of time travel back to when this was still the green shed, back in the days where you could find plenty of computer gear. And we have this case here which has various different removable hard drives. I remember using these back when I was studying. Yeah, this one goes IDE to USB as does the next one. We also have a SATA one in there as well. So yeah, with the floppy drive and all, I'm guessing they had a few older drives that they needed to use on this computer, and the floppy disk has for study. Well, there you go, study computer. How about that? Good guess. Not sure why, but a lot of the cases were missing their side door, as well as the motherboards missing their memory and even the CPUs. If you've still got a computer with Firewire on it, this digital audio converter looks great for you, with MIDI, digital and analog inputs and outputs, and various different connectors, as well as some rather yellowed looking knobs. Even has XLR on it, so yeah, would have been quite the home studio device. This multimedia card reader also has Firewire on it, which could be pretty handy if it's not just a header. And this particular device down below, no idea what it's for, besides I did find an inner range on the net that does deal with tech security solutions. Found even more signs that maybe like a computer lab or a business has been clearing out recently, and this particular case actually still has its side, well, at least somewhat with it, and plenty of older widescreen monitors. So much around to look at, and we're only in the front section. And I did get reminded of a game that in previous videos I had a feeling the Green Shed staff were playing, the good old Find the Wii Fit board, which yeah, they've kind of made a little bit too easy for me this time around.
The saga continues.
We still weren't tempted to bring any of them home, but we did manage to pick up these things on that visit. Then in June, sadly our adventures at the Green Shed have finished up, and it's time to check out the new owner's Goodies Junction. One of the biggest changes is that they put price tags on pretty much everything, and a lot of the DVDs, VHSs, and various other media have been moved to the back of the shed. So I'm actually heading deeper into the shed more often now, because back in the days it was mostly just sort of stuff like furniture. Still lots of speakers and computer monitors here, and just sort of peeking around having a look to see if they've left any Wii Fit boards. But yeah, nah, doesn't seem to be. I left empty-handed on this trip, which to be honest isn't really too unusual for me, but we'll revisit Goodies Junction later in the video. Fast forwarding to December, and braving the heavy rain, I checked out the Canberra Christmas Geek Markets. The pavilion is full of lots of different stalls selling all sorts of stuff that you kind of expect to see at your local markets or spring fair, but with a nerdy geeky flavour to all of them. Lots of art and various cool looking stuff that would make an awesome gift for someone, or even oneself really. The Geek Markets also have workshops, panels, meet and greets, cosplaying, all sorts of geeky fun stuff, and my mate Mark was back again with his stall full of plenty of video games. We also have a few different consoles, and yeah, apparently quite a few things had also sold by the time I got there. I found a few Pokemon cards, as well as another stall which actually sells retro gaming, which is a bit of a first. Normally it's just Mark's store. I imagine knowing that there is more of this happening at the Geek Markets could only help the stalls, so hopefully we see more of it. I might as well go check out what Cash Converters has, which was looking like a lot of systems around the PlayStation 4, Xbox One era. I did find some old Sega games and an Atari Flashback, which was released about 2018 and has about 110 games on it. Plenty of Wii games, of course including Wii Fit, and with its accessory, Link's crossbow training. Since Christmas has just passed, maybe a few people have added a few interesting things to the Goodies Junction collection, and I'm seeing a network cable amongst a whole bunch of kitchen stuffs. I do spot something I find much more interesting near all the kitchenware. A bunch of PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, Wii games, and even some PC games. Fallout, Battlefield, Batman Arkham City, and a deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nothing big box unless if you count this World of Warcraft as such, but yeah, I don't know, pretty nice looking box anyway. No real signs of any computers amongst all the different hi-fi gear, but yeah, a few interesting items like this old sewing machine. And as far as I could tell, no Wii Fit boards. Stacks of furniture and various household items. They still have a whole bunch of CDs and these old reel-to-reel cassettes. Although this one's not looking like it's going to be any good. Yeah, no idea if that's redeemable, but once you do get your recording gear together, you've got this fun little drum kit to use. Or to go the complete opposite extreme, this rather impressive and no doubt hard to transport organ that comes with a rather nice looking stool. Now to have a look at some of the highlights of the stuff we picked up in 2024, I picked up this Commodore 64 and mouse, which unfortunately is missing some keys. Pretty keen to get that one going. Keeping to the theme, Mark picked up an Atari 520 STE FM that's missing some keys. He also found these Sound Blaster speakers, which I believe he picked up locally. Online he found this Roland MT32 MIDI device, and definitely online a FM Towns 2. Also from Japan is our ever-growing family of X68000s. Yeah, lots of fun stuff to go and play with and feature in future videos. Thanks for your likes and subscribes, and most of all, thanks for watching.